Alright, welcome everyone. Please let me know if you can hear me. Drop in the chat box if you can hear me. We are going to be walking us through how to craft out an ATS optimized CV from the start to finish. Let me know if I'm audible enough. Drop in the chat box if you can hear me. Thank you. If you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. Okay. The last time on Saturday we started with this CV before we had a bridging network. So today we are going to look at how to craft out a CV that is ATS compliant, that is ATS optimized. One thing you must know when writing your CV is that you need to study about the job you are applying for, know what the company needs, understand the company requirements. What are their requirements? What are the things in the job ads? What are the skills on the job ads? What are the employers what are the employers demand? What was the employer's language? I always say this: every employer has his language. What are their core values? What are their organizational culture? Have to make that research. Look at the job advert. What are the key requirements in that job ad? What are the key requirements? Does they require that the person stays in a specific location? Does the requirement include gender? Does the requirement include marital status? Does the a requirement include age? Or if peradventure you see in the job ad, we are looking for a young, vibrant, and dynamic graduate, then you know that age is of essence. Age is indirectly being referred to, because when you talk about young is someone that is not too old. So these are certain things you study in job ads. You study in every job ad. What are the skills they need? What are the experience level they need? What are the kind of personality they want? Do they want one who has strong personality, one who is organized, one who is meticulous, one who has interpersonal skill, one who is a born leader, one who has integrity? What kind of personality does they require? So that's what are the things you study in the job ad. When you get this information, it becomes very easy for you to craft out your professional summary. We call this professional summary, or what I can call your buyer persona, or what I can call your buyer persona. So in crafting that, your professional summary must be something that we have to say you when the recruiter, when the ATS goes through it, it should be able to highlight the key requirements, highlight the key requirements of the employer, highlight the key specifications, descriptions of the job within your professional summary. That's why your professional summary is a combination of your knowledge, skills, experiences, achievement with your personality. You summarize them, I said the last time, in 5 lines. I said the last time, maximum 5 lines in your professional summary. And some persons are, in my years of drafting CVs, I have come to see where persons use career objective or personal statement. I want to establish this. In career objective is not bad, but I strongly recommend you to use professional summary. Your professional summary is more like selling you, more like presenting you effectively to the recruiters, to the employer. So it is something I strongly recommend you use professional summary. Then after you have crafted your professional summary, watch the last video, the last training we made. I explained how you write out this professional summary. From this one I have here to this. This is one of my students' CV. I want to use that to revamp it so as to show us fully how we can revamp our CVs and get it fully optimized for any job you are applying for. And may I say this, the fact that you revamp your CV once doesn't mean you won't be revamping it. That you apply for the job in company A, you don't use the same CV to apply for a job in company B. You need to revamp it and speak the language of that company, speak the requirement of that company. So that's the stuff we have now. Then after professional summary, you have your educational qualification, where you see educational qualifications, you can say academic qualifications. You see this HND biochemistry, there's university, the location and the state, and then the year you graduate, the year you graduated, and ensure that your date, anything as per date, your date stays on one part, in one line, to be well orderly, that your CV is formatted, organized properly. So you see this, and your educational qualifications starts with the most recent, is in the reverse chronology. It starts from the most recent, then down to this, your secondary school, which is what I recommend. If you are applying for a job in the federal parastatals, federal government, I recommend you take it down to your first school leaving certificate. But for the purpose of this, we are going to be leaving it in SSCE. Then coming to this place is your professional certifications. You have acquired any certificate in ICT, in management, in your vocational field, any certificate, any training that you have undergone and you are certified. You have the certificate to prove, be it fashion, be it entrepreneurship training, be it, like you can see here, managerial skills, tech skills like ICT skills, and that will fall under these professional certifications. And then you write it certified in so course, the organization that certify you, their location, state, and then the year you got certified. So that is what you are going to put in your professional certifications. Whether you acquire it during your undergraduate days, these are certifications that is outside your normal educational curriculum. Outside your normal educational curriculum, these are called short certification courses. Courses you go for 6 weeks, you go for 3 weeks, 3 days, as the case may be, depending on the structure of the institute. So that is where you have these professional certifications. If there are other certificates you have, other training that you are certified, that comes under this under this section called professional certification. Then the next is your skills slash personal attribute. Your skills slash personal attribute for fresh graduates. Mind you, I want to state this. If you are for fresh graduates, you start with your skills and personal attribute. Why do I recommend that? I recommend that because most fresh graduates have little or no work experience. Most fresh graduates have little or no work experience. That's why I recommend that you start with, after this certification, the next should be your skills slash personal attribute. Don't go to experience, because that's not your core strength. Your core strength as a fresh graduate is in your certifications and your skills and personal attribute. So if peradventure you are not a fresh graduate, you have been working, then you can first put your work experience, then after that you now put your skills. So that depends on you. Okay, now in formatting this is very close. So what I will do is I will go to paragraph and line spacing, and then I will select this add space after paragraph. So that will give me the required space that I want. Then the next thing I will do is to arrange these skills slash personal attribute effectively. You see, only these skills slash personal attributes have already gone to second page. If I maintain it that way, this space is a waste. It looks as if I just wasted this space. I'm not really resourceful. I'm not really organized. So what do? We use our knowledge that we have been learning all this while in Microsoft Word, and then come to shape, select a text box. So once I select that text box, I can draw this. Now, having done that, I will cut off, let's say from here down. Forgive me, the thing is moving. Okay, now I will cut off from there and say Ctrl X, and then Ctrl V, I will paste. So with this I can say, let me still cut off these two. Ctrl X and then Ctrl V. All right, now what I will do here now is I will have to bring it up. So for proper alignment, I will okay. Now after that, I will come to shape format. Under shape format, I come to shape fill, and then I will say no fill. I will come to shape outline, and then I will say no outline. Then I can go to this. Remember, in CV writing, maintain the same bullet. So I will select this. The same bullet, maintain the same bullet. So once that is done, I will come to this one as well. the same bullets. Okay, now what I will do here is that I will remove this Ctrl X and then Ctrl V so as they can be on the same page. Then to ensure that they are together, I can come here to align to show that I'm in order. Then I move. So that's, I move to position it this way. Bulleting your skills makes it very easy for the ATS to read. Note that. Note that very well. Bulleting your skills makes it very easy for the ATS to read. Ensure you bullet your write-up. Put them bullet. It makes it easy for the ATS to read. Take note of that. Take very much note of that. Okay, now we have already set up this. Can you see what we are having here? That is, we are making progress. At the time we come, we start formatting as regards to sizes and putting some stuff that will make it look attractive. So on this now, we have set up our skills / personal attributes. Then the next thing to go for is the work experience. The work experience. This is where this is the aspect that is very, very important that we pay attention. Now I will copy this. This is the work experience. I will copy this and then work on it. Ctrl C, and then I will work on it to paste here. Ctrl P, Ctrl V. All right. Now, having done that, now see what we have here. See what we have here. This, if I do this, this makes my CV to be unprofessional. If I have this like this strictly make this CV to be unprofessional. In fact, what are the things, what are the characteristics, what are the characteristics of a professional CV? It is simplicity, originality. In other words, you use the same font style, you use the same font size, you use the same bullet. So if I use this here and then use this makes it amateur. So in other words, I will remove this. I will remove this. So on that, I will now come to this place and select the bullet. Now under that bullet, what I will do is, for this, for your work experience, remember your work experience, under work experience, it starts with the most recent. And this is the most recent. You have here NYSC teacher, so the school, ensure you check for right formatting, please. It's very, very important. Be careful to check your so this blue here is showing me stuff I can right click and to see if there is anything of that nature. So that is not there. Okay, now teachers at Margaret School, Elisha, Osun State. Then there is, in the NYSC database, you don't need stream 1. What will be there is batch B 2023. Not 2023 batch B. So these things are very important. We take note. Alright, now the same way you make it to be on the same end with the other dates. So that's the first thing I will do to this, to be on the same end. Then the next thing I will do here is to place this on this line. Now, having done that, okay, now for this one, key achievement, this is where I will use a sub bullet like this. I will use a sub bullet like this to show that this key achievement, these are under the key achievement, not really together with this. So the same way for that I will do for these ones. I will hit enter. I will hit enter. This is where the formatting of your CV comes handy, to arrange it in a format that will make it easy for the ATS to read. Remember, ATS is not human being, it's machine. So we have to make it to be machine friendly, in other words, to be ATS friendly. Okay. All right. Developed, and then another thing I will have to emphasize here is, in you writing your key achievement, please use action words. Use action words. These are things you need, like you can see here, start with action words: maintained, developed, collaborated, supervised, initiated, implemented. Those action words that shows what you achieve. Now, most of us, after that, some persons come here and write their key responsibilities, key duties and responsibilities. I wrote lesson note, I prepared note, I taught classes. No, those are not what employers of 21st century needs. They need to know what you were able to achieve in your previous place of work. What were your achievements? What were your success stories that you can comfortably say, yes, this is something I can pride myself on, that yes, while working with that company, I achieved this. So, like, you maintain high level of communication skill in order to perform the best standard. Now, one of the things we have to understand is that show your achievement, tell your achievement and how it helps the company. Like, this is a school, best communication to perform best standard in order to enhance students' academic performance, in order to enhance learning, in order to enhance productivity, both on the part of the administration and the part of the students. That will be what we accompany this. So in order to do that now, let me put some stuff on that. Maintain high level of communication skill in order to perform best standard. Now, maintain high level of performance skill which helps to improve administrative perform administrate which help to improve overall administrative performance, to help to improve overall administrative activities rather, and students performance by 15%. This is how you can craft this. Now, the next one worked closely with the management and executed excellent work ethics by creating friendly work environment. Which attracts students' retention which enhances students' retention. Now, these are how you craft out your key achievement. What was the achievement? What was the thing that it helps the company to achieve? What was the stuff it helps the company to achieve? That's on that. So here, developed and implemented an innovative lesson plea, or I don't know whether that is let's say lesson pattern, or lesson plan. Let's say lesson plan resulting in this 4% is poor. We can say resulting in 25% increase in students academic performance and 90% reduction in student truancy as recognized by school administration and the NYSC authority. Perfect. This is very, very awesome. Now, the next under this is collaborated with colleagues to put an end to speaking of vernacular in the school, resulting in a 30% increase in student reading comprehension and 25% increase in student fluency. Good. So this, you show record, you show numbers. We need to see numbers. Okay, now this can now be the achievement for this. Then we come to this one. After that, we come to this. We need to remove this guy. And then put in our... Now, apart from NYSC work experience, other work experience, you need to state the year and the month you started. I want to assume that this is May 2019 rather. So you should put the year and the month the same way. Then the year and the month you ended. That's on the work experience. On the aspect of the work experience, that is what should be there. Then on this aspect here, all right, now key achievements. Under the key achievement, we need to also put in this. One of the key achievements I encourage people to put is the issue of time. If you are one that is always punctual, you can say maintain 99% or 100% punctuality. Let's put it in figure, put it in numbers. We like to see number. Remember that. Let's say you say maintain 98% punctuality. Remember that we like to see numbers. We like to see persons that equate their success with numbers. Numbers are we need to see the numbers you get. If you're a salesperson, you need to tell us the percentage of profit you improved. Those are numbers that will get you in. Those are numbers that will get you in. So that is settled. All right. Now after that, remember, if you are using a color, maintain the color. Maintain the color, please. Now, I always recommend that your best work be put in the front so that the other ones can be, those ones that are not really too strong can be found underneath. Okay. The key achievement developed and implemented a personalized service approach, resulting in a 50% increase in repeat customers. You can use the term of customer personnel. You can say 50% increase in customers retention. In customers retention, enhancing the hotel's reputation and contributing to a 10% increase in overall. Okay. Then this, for me, I will put full stop here. Then put this one to be another achievement. So you need to carve out, you need to carve out your achievements to be simple and concise, so as to make it easier for the ATS to read. Carve out a simple and concise achievements, straight to the point. 1 line, 2 lines is okay. So like you can see, I contributed to a 10% increase in overall hotel revenue. You can now say through improved communication skill, through improved communication skills, through improved communication strategy. In order to perform the best standards of customer service. Okay, now that we are done with this, then this one we remove. Okay, and then we bullet. You see how we are putting that industrial training. Now for this, you don't need to put industrial training. What I encourage to put here is either you put intern or you put trainee. So for now, for me, I will put intern, waste management plant, comma, WUPA, comma, Abuja Environmental Protection Board. Let me see if that can enter here. Okay. So we move it down here. I guess we are seeing how that is being arranged. So what we will have here is 2018. Full stop. And then move it to this point. All right. Now, having done that, the next we do is to set up ensure that our all right, then we put our bullets. We put our bullets and then ensure we arrange properly. Okay, we ensure we arrange properly. The next is this. All right. This teacher, all right, what I'm seeing here, 2016. Okay, mind you, this one is not bold, others is not bold, so we will remove the boldness there and ensure that it aligns properly. All right, now we setting this up. I will put this, the other ones come in. This is to ensure that we give our CV a good formatting. Very, very important. Very, very important. Now we have done justice to this. Let's remove the body. Okay. All right. Now, once we are done with that, the next thing here is to, if you have any leadership position, if you have been in any leadership position, whether during your undergraduate days, during in your church, mosque, associations that you belong to, a recognized club like Rotary, Red Cross and the likes, SDGs and the likes, if you have been in any leadership position, then the next is the section called leadership. So here we take this, Ctrl C, and then we paste it. We need to ensure that they are well set as the others. So that is what we need to ensure we do. Even while you are serving, even in your CDS, if you're a CDS president, secretary, you have hold a position, a leadership position, recognized position by a recognized association. So what should be here is the year, can say 2023 to 2024. All right, you state the time you are in leadership. You state that. All right, that is very important. Now, if you have written any article, if you have written any book, you have published, if you have written any you have done any publication, research, you have done a research, you have published any book, you have done any research, you now put it in the next session, which we call research/publication. If you have done any research in the past, if you have published any book, whether book, articles, and the likes, it have to be in the next session, which we call a research/publication. Now, for this CV, there is no research, no publication. But however, also if you have received any award, if you have received any recognized award, not any recognized award by recognized institutions, or during the time you are in school, you are the best graduating student from department, faculty, or the overall best in the school, or the best graduating student in your association, in your church, in your mosque, there is an award given to you, whether by your church and stuff like that, that can come under award. Now, if you are a member of a body, if you are a member of an institute, a member of a professional body, Society of Engineers, professional bodies, if you are a member, then that will come under. If you are a member of any, like ICANN, professional bodies of your of your course, the course you studied, Society of Engineers, and the likes, you put it under the icon called membership. Then after that, the next is hobby/interest. Hobbies/interest. Where I recommend you put languages is where you, in a situation where you can speak more than two languages apart from your mother tongue. If you can speak English and other language, let's say I'm Igbo, but I can speak English, I can speak Igbo, I can speak Yoruba, I can put it there. Or I can speak Igbo, I can speak English, I can speak Hausa. I will now include languages. Or I can speak French, German, Spanish, and the likes. Then I bring the session called languages. Apart from that, I can only speak Igbo and English, then there is none. I'm none of putting that there under languages. So I will ignore this. The next stuff I will do here now is the stuff called hobby/interest. Is a very important aspect in your CV. Don't just put anyhow hobbies. Don't just go and select anyhow hobby. Select hobby that is related to the job. The hobby you know that is related to the job. Don't go and select hobby because you just put hobbies there. No. Select hobbies that is related to the job. The ATS will always check your hobbies. Does your hobby has a relationship with the company, with the job you are applying for? So choose hobbies that have a high relationship with the job. Very, very important. Very, very important, please. Highly important. Highly important. And space your hobbies. Space out your hobby. Okay. Now, it's on this aspect now. For after this, you now have the last one, which is your referees. Your referees. For this referee, for fresh graduates, I strongly encourage that you put your referee. For fresh graduates, I strongly encourage and recommend that you put 2 referees here. You put two referees. Don't put more than 2. However, you can still put it available on request. But I strongly recommend for fresh graduates to look for someone who knows them. Someone that knows them, someone that know their full name. They are not calling, the person might not know you really by your full name. Let the person know your full name. Let the person know that you want to use him or her as a referee, and let the person give you the go ahead. I strongly recommend you use a referee. You put a referee for fresh job seekers. I strongly recommend that. So as we are done with this, finally I will now go to the aspect of highlighting everything except the name. Highlighting everything except the name, and make sure they are all in the same font. Make sure they are all the same font. And highlight everything except the name. Make sure they are all in the same font. And then the next thing I will do is justify everything to ensure that all my work is justified. I will still come to this place and check. Okay. Now the next thing I will do is if you look at this place and come here to the check the spacing is 0.15. But if you come here, I think they are not evenly spaced. So what we will do now, the next thing we will do is Control A and then make all to be this, all to be this. So that settles that. What the next thing I will do is to come to this one, click on the line, and then make the same thing here. So I will break it down. All right. Good. Now, we check for our write-ups. Everything is in order except this coming into the second page. Okay, now we are in order, so I can now, let me enlarge this. Then I will go to shape, select line, and draw. Make sure it's a straight line by holding Shift. Okay. So with that, I can go to shape outline, go to weight. I like making it this, and then select this blue. So once I'm done, I will Control D and then bring it down here. Control D, bring it down. So each section is separated from the other. Control D again. Control D. Okay, now for this, we haven't done this, so we make it this. Yeah, the same with the others. All right, now we bring this down. Control D. We are getting to the final aspect of this CV. That will be 8 years compliance. Now I must say that there are different formats to which you can design your CV. There are different formats to which you can design your CV. I like making my CV this format because it makes it very easy for ATS to read. It makes it easy for ATS to read, not the format of having some information here, having some other information here. It follows it step by step, one section to the other, one section to the other. It makes it easier for the ATS to read, easier for human being to read as well. that even though we are talking about ATS friendly, we are also making it human friendly, because we don't know who we get to read the CV. So as it is both ATS friendly, it also has to be human friendly. That's why we make sure that we bullet it properly, that the person will know this is a sub bullet to this, and the ATS will be able also to dictate it. That is the stuff we have here. And as you can see, if I minimize it so that you see it in one screen, that is a CV. You can see on one screen the dates aligned properly, the bullets properly aligned, each of them on their sections. You can look at, see it each on their section, and easily to read, easily to decode. And this is one of the sure methods to prepare a highly ATS optimized CV. Ensure that the skills you have there, the skills, the qualifications, the certifications, the words here are highly rich as regards to the job advert and job requirement. Then finally for this, ensure that after you finish, you convert your CV to PDF. If you are sending a CV to a company and they don't tell you how to submit it, whether in Word or PDF, always choose PDF. Always choose PDF. Always choose PDF. Don't choose any, always choose PDF. Unless they say send it in Word format, then you can now send in Word format. Now this is how you can create a CV ATS optimized using Microsoft Word on the things that we have learned. Feel free to drop your drop your question in the chat or in the training group, so that if there is anywhere that can be of help as regards to CV and stuff like that, as regards to Microsoft Word, are the things you don't really understand, drop it in the group or you drop it in the chat box. I will be able to answer that by the grace of God. Now let's now see how we can convert this to PDF, in case you don't really know how to convert your Microsoft Word document to a PDF document that you can forward. How you do that is you go to your File tab. Under the File tab, you select Save As. Save As. If you have already saved that document, which I want to believe you have already done so. So you say Save As. Then once you say Save As, where do you want to save it? For this work, I want to save it on my desktop. Let me save it on the desktop. So I select the directory, desktop. Now under this, what I will only do, this is under Word document format. I will change the format to PDF. As you can see here, I will change the format to PDF, and once that is done, I will now say save. I will now say save. That is just the simple way you can save your work in PDF, and that's the document, the Word document will also be there, and then the PDF format will also be there. And that is where that's where we wrap it up on this section this night. Tomorrow we will begin with a very important aspect in Microsoft Office, which is Microsoft Access, the database management. Microsoft Access as a tool of database management. Thank you.